Good evening, everybody. So I wanted to hop on here and share what some people have already probably read, what I think is really important as a marriage and family therapist, and that's the idea of the Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. It's a great read. I know he's got this book. He also has the Five Love Languages for Men, Five Love Languages of Children, for women. But what I really want to share with this brief video is the importance of the love languages. But first, let me just state what the love languages are. One is physical touch, which can be as simple as, getting a back rub or having your partner physically touch you. Another thing is words of affirmation, telling somebody how good of a job they've done, something you care about them regarding, a positive quality, strength. Another thing is quality time, simply spending time together. Another thing is a gift. So a gift isn't something that has to be of monetary value, which he talks about in the book. It can be anything such as, maybe having a picture that the frame had broken and getting it in a new frame and providing it to your partner. These are all things that can be a love language. Also, acts of service, right? Acts of service can be something as though, it can be something as small as taking your dog that you two share together for a walk, so your partner doesn't have to get up in the morning, making them breakfast in bed, which could also go as a gift. So there's a lot of variation there and room to move. But the idea I want to express is, as a marriage and family therapist, I often hear couples talking to each other and wanting the same things but communicating differently. I often say they're speaking over one another instead of to one another. And this incorporates a lot of things. If you watched the video that I had done prior on love mapping, that kind of leads you into love languages, kind of helps you understand your partner and what they value and how they interpret being loved, right? Because how you interpret being loved and how I interpret being loved may be very different. So it's important to have that conversation, talking to your partner about, hey, how can I be a better partner to you? How can I help you understand love? How do you interpret love, even being as direct as that? But there's also an importance, and I feel like I say it often, right? But the idea of boundaries. I had a client the other day come in and say, hey, that their partner had been giving them their love language, but it was so flooding. It was so flooding because there were some other issues in the relationship, and now it's just like it's too much. It's too much of a good thing, and it's kind of turned into more of a negativity. So I encourage setting boundaries around that and having that conversation that, while, hey, I appreciate, right? So we're getting into the idea of repair and the soft startup. I appreciate the fact that you're willing to take my feedback in terms of love languages and how I interpret love, but I need you to tone it down a little bit because it's overwhelming, right? You're doing it, it's too much, and having people say that in their words, right? Not something that I necessarily create, but in their own words, which is more important. So these are some ideas. But love languages are really easy. In fact, the one thing that's really cool about this book from Gary Chapman is he actually comes up with questions for each section in terms of conversations that you can have with your partner. So I suggest getting that book, or look it up online. Somebody had told me there was a questionnaire that you can do online as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me, Schrader Clinical Consulting, that's SHRAWDER, clinical, CLINCIAL, consulting @gmail.com. I'm Brian Schrader, licensed marriage and family therapist, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them on the bottom or email me. Have a great one. Take care.